So I've been on a Tone Quest journey and a rig journey for the last few months. I don't know if you followed some of my videos over the last couple of months, you'll see I've tried all kinds of things like FRs, PA speakers. I've had the digital board, or I've had a pedal board with something like this, the Tonex One, all kinds of stuff. I'm in a place now where digital I'm using at home. I think it still sounds good when I'm direct recording, but for live, sorry boys and girls, it's tube amp and pedals for me. Can't beat it. I don't believe that digital is as good as sounding live. It's just something about it. Maybe that's me, that's what I grew up with, but don't tell me like this, circuit boards and parts is the same as a real heavy like 65 Fender twin amp sound. It's not. Not saying this is bad, but what this is frustrating for me. I got this for a solution because I want a simulated amp going into the PA, because my band wants to hear a feed. And then this way I can have my pedals and my real amp for me. So this was a great solution, but I have a Koch Studio Tone 20 that I've fixed up a bit and it's sounding great. What that has is a direct, they call it recording out. And that recording out has a built-in simulated cab. And you can have a choice, or I guess two cabs. It's a 112 or a 412, and you can have the mic on direct access or 45 degree. So I don't need this. I used to use this amp before, and then it was starting to kind of, I don't know, act funny. I guess it needed some cleaning. I cleaned the volume pot and it seemed to, anyways. It's back in action. I don't need this. Now, you're saying, oh, well, this will be great to put in your gig bag for a great backup amp. Well, yes and no. Like if my amp goes down, is this going to save the day? It could. I mean, I can have two amp sounds. I could have a clean and a dirt, but that's about it. So I get no delay, and I want boosts for solos. This isn't going to cut it. So that's where something like a Sonic Cake Matrix could come in. I could keep, maybe I don't need this. Maybe I should sell this, and I'll have the Matrix already. I can turn things off, and that could act as a cabinet sim going to a PA. Or if my amp craps out, guess what? Even though it's a small little unit, I've used it for gigs. That would cover me because it has clean, delay, lead boost, and things I want that this isn't going to give me. The other thing that this gives me is a lot of headache when I'm using the desktop editor. Now, it's probably user error. Maybe it's me. And I'm going to do some more research on videos about it, but I'm pretty sure from the videos I've seen, I've connected it. I'm just tired of having to seemingly reset connections. Like I got a new interface and then I had to reset, the inputs, the outputs, the routing on this. And it's like, save my god darn settings and, let's get on with it. I want to plug and play. I don't want a computer program. I want to play my guitar. So it's been very frustrating. I'm finding to edit using their Tonex software, like I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no sound, or I will get sound. If I click on there, or if I click over here, then, this just cut out my being able to manipulate the dials on the amp to change my preset here. Like I don't want to do everything manual on this pedal. Because to be honest, it's like, I know it's nice and compact and it has two different sets of features. You hit this button, then you get the second set of features. It's just like they're packing a lot of punch in a small pedal. But when I'm editing, I want to use the computer. I don't want to use this. I want to set it and forget it, right? So I don't know. Are you guys having any kind of frustrating times like this with the Tonex stuff, or is it just me? It just seems to be not worth the trouble. And again, if I don't need it because of the Koch Studio Tone amp, that's, what's the point of keeping it? And I could find other pedals out there. I mean, Sonic Cake makes an IR box the same size as this, which is just IRs and cabinet sim. If that's all I need, why don't I go with that? Or I can get Tunos has this, the Cab M, that seemingly they both seem much easier to use than this. Now this has, amp capture capability. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my real amp, and I'm not crapping on digital, folks. I still love the digital stuff. I just prefer the sound of the real deal stuff. but I'm keeping digital in my arsenal for certain things for sure. But again, this thing, I mean, it sounds good. It has limitations. You know, it's not really truly going to be saving my gig. If my amp goes down, it'll get me by, but it won't be as pleasing. And for just like a bigger footprint, maybe, you know, the size of my hand, I could have something a little bigger with a little more options. So that's where I'm at, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think. And, you know, I've seen a comment or two about, you know, thinking maybe I'm going backwards here by going back to amp and pedals. Well, I'm not. I'm actually finding myself. I'm happier. The sound is happier. Digital, especially digital drives, have always left me cold, and as to me, they're not as great as the real counterparts. I've had to do a lot of workaround solutions to get something somewhat ear pleasing. Whereas, you know, I could take a Boss. I don't think I have it handy right now, but my an old Boss Power Stack. It's like a Marshall in a box pedal, which I think I've talked about on this channel before. Discontinued pedal, but you know what? This thing or any other digital thing is not even going to become close to what that pedal can do when it's coupled with a real tube amp. So that's just me. That's my ears. That's what I like. But yeah, I still love digital. Like I said, I'm in a happy place here. I haven't bought any gear. I'm selling gear. Just want to scale down more of what I'm really going to need, because you know what? Maybe somebody else wants this. Maybe somebody else can use this. Maybe it's better for their needs. Why do I need it to sit here and collect dust, right? If you think I should explore this further, because I know you guys, I've done a couple of videos with incorporating this with the Pod Go. I don't know what more I can do. I've shown you guys how to hook it up through the effects loop and how you can use this to make almost like you can make 3 amps if you want. You can have 2 amps on here and 1 on the Pod Go. But I've done a 2-channel amp using this. So, but anyways, we'll see, guys. But yeah, like I said, 2025 is so far so good. You know, I got a gig coming up next week. I can't wait to use my little pedal board and amp. I don't with this band. It's another band I play with. They don't want or don't require a feed going into the PA, so this wouldn't even need to be on my board. And anyways, right? So should I stick with the Tonex One? Should I give it a shot? But if I don't need it, do you feel there's a point in keeping it? I'm really happy with analog, like real pedals, and even some digital pedals, but going into the front of a real tube amp. That's what I want. Live, digital at home. So anyways, guys, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate your input and your feedback. Every time you drop a comment, this helps me think of some better content for you. There is still going to be plenty of Pod Go. I want to do some more Boss GT1 stuff, and even some Sonic Cake Matrix stuff, if there's any interest for that. Like, that stuff is not going to stop. It's going to keep coming here. But I also want to show you this pedal board that I created, 8 pedals. So I'll probably do a video about that soon, for those who are interested in the real pedals and tube amp stuff. Okay, so hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, drop a comment, all the usual blah, 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 blah. And in the meantime, check out this video.